am posting these today. That is my word. So let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Go to that throat chakra, that blue disc that spins right where we speak, right where our vocal box is. Blue is just a frequency. Colors don't exist in the spiritual world. They're down here on the 3D. We want to pull that blue in, that frequency, that vibration, and find balance here. This balance is where we find our magic in every single chakra. These are your words. This is what you're making spells out into the universe with. Spelling, spells. I've mentioned this before. You may be doing all the right things, but what are you saying? What are you speaking into existence, into your space? Many of us have been programmed to say things like, I will get that. I will be there. I will. Time isn't real. Dimensions cross over each other, timelines, glitches in your matrix. It's already existing. That perfect job, that wonderful relationship, the great friendships, the amazing communication between you and your family members, it's already there. It's there. Speak it. Say it. Feel it. If you are someone who's constantly saying negative things, pay attention to how you're feeling physically in your throat, your chest, your head. Are you always getting sick? Are you feeling drained all the time? That imbalance is up in your throat. Now I want you to picture a cord coming out of your throat, going out into the universe. What does that cord look like? We're observing without judgment. Do you see anything in the cord? Now look and see what that cord is attached to. And if you can't see it, it's okay. Is it a person? Is it a mindset? Is it an experience that you've had? I was real good at that, having an experience with another human being and then leaving and just repeating, repeating, going over all the things I wish I would have said. Are you holding on to that conversation? What words was it that you wanted to get out that you didn't? Release them now. When you replay those scenarios, what are the words coming out of your mouth? Are they productive or are they ego driven to prove that you're right, to prove them wrong, to prove anything? How do you speak to yourself? Observe that without judgment. How do you speak about yourself? How do you speak about others? Now see yourself changing those words. Slowly cut that cord that you see in front of you. If you must, literally take your fingers and use them as scissors and cut that cord and blow it away. Perhaps sit after this meditation and light a blue candle. Perhaps after this meditation, go eat some blueberries. Perhaps after this meditation, wear blue. Blue shirt, blue socks, blue underwear. Calling in that frequency, that vibration. Start with how you speak to you. When you speak of yourself highly, you will speak of others highly. When you speak words of gratitude, your life will become full of gratitude. Your perspective will shift. Your chakras will become balanced. Your world becomes more colorful. Your health becomes incredible. Your strength becomes unbelievable. And your word will be impeccable. Now, before we leave this space, let's take some time in silence because this is where the magic is. Not only seeing ourselves join hands as we extend this love, this energy, and this frequency to Mother Earth, but sit and listen without judgment to what your guides are bringing into your space this morning. It may not be about the throat chakra, and that's okay. This is your practice. Let's go into that space now. All right, guys, before we come out of this space, I'm sending you an animal telepathically in my mind's eye. Don't judge. Don't guess. Just try to observe. Clear out your mind. Go to a blank, empty space. And when you are ready, let's go ahead and come back to this space. This time, this dimension. Writing down what I sent. Please put in the comments, what animal did you see? Oh, 333. Oh, yes. 333 likes. A horse running. Oh, an owl. You know what, Marianne? I'm not going to say that you're wrong because the first animal that came to my mind was an owl. And I said to myself, I was like, I've already done that one. So I moved on. But yes, I was thinking an owl. That was the very first one that came up to my mind. A horse running, but no, Karina. But man, that means you got some horses.
Right? Running. It was like
Ooh,
galloping.
which I need to go galloping on a horse soon. Do you know what I mean? Soon, soon.
You were there. You were galloping, and I was galloping on a horse.
Was I running? Was I galloping?
You were on a horse, and I was on a horse, and we were both on a horse, and we were galloping. And it
I
was like
love that.
freaking magical.
I love that. I love that. I literally, when I sat there and and we went into that quiet space, I heard, bitch, you're doing a good job, bitch, you're doing, and I haven't heard that in a while. I would hear that a lot in my meditations and it would just make me laugh. And I haven't heard that in a while. And then I was like, no, give me something else, guides. So I went to a great, great space. It was lizard. I was sending in a lizard, elephant, a bunny, an eagle, and then a bear. Okay, but guys, go look at those animals. Like I said, Christina saw a polar bear, then a fox, and then they combined into a white Arctic fox. And fox are about opportunities coming your way quickly and not being scared to take them. Polar bear, white, spiritual. And what's crazy is Christina and I talked, was it yesterday or the day before, about her um it was Friday. It was after Friday's meditation about her shifting into a spiritual more she needs to do more spiritual work, right, Christina? Didn't we talk about that? And then a polar bear and a white fox. I mean, kind of tracking for what we talked about on Friday after Friday's meditation. Um, because Friday's meditation was about the heart and opening up and receiving. But guys, oh, my cord. This is what was interesting. So my cord this time was like jelly. It was like slime. So it was very like slime, like it was jelly-like, and in the jelly, things were like if you see jelly and you'll see like things like stuck in them and they're just like floating in the jelly. And I couldn't see it specifically, but they said, "You're doing much better, Kim." Like I really try not to gossip anymore. And the reason I said I used to not gossip, and the reason saying I'm trying not to, I have found myself recently with some school moms because that's what happens when you have kids. And I've noticed that I've been gossiping again. And I have to call a spade a spade. It's been gossiping. I've been talking about other people, and I'm like, God damn it, what is happening? And I'll catch myself in the middle of it, and I'm like, oh my God, this isn't who I want to be. This isn't who I am. If somebody's name comes out of my mouth, it better be to defend them, to speak kindly of them, or if somebody's asking something about them, like, hey, um, am I doing a reading today, Brooke? No, it's meditations. It's meditations in the mornings. I'm Wednesdays and Thursdays I'm on at 9. I was thinking about that earlier today about how I need to do more lives, but I also need to make it where it's benefiting me. Because if it's not, then what am I doing it for? And lives are exhausting, and doing readings on lives are even more exhausting. That's why I do the meditations. Because honestly, Brooke, whatever it is you're going through, no, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. But Brooke, the whole point of me being on here is because I don't want people to feel like they have to come on TikTok for readings. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to help people discern things on their own. That's why I do these for free. That's why I'm like, okay, whatever. We're gonna go on at 6 a.m. because let's talk about, what are you saying right now, Brooke? How you say you need a reading really badly? That's what you're speaking into your existence. When you're saying, "Oh my God, I need a reading so badly," that's what you're telling the universe. And you're not telling what you should be saying is, "Okay, goddesses, gods, I'm experiencing something right now and I don't want to be experiencing this. I'm experiencing it for a reason. There's a reason why all of this is happening, and it's in my field. Show me. Am I supposed to be speaking up for myself? Am I supposed to be having a boundary? Am I supposed to be going in this direction? Am I supposed to like create something here? What is it?" We have to listen. We are all capable of hearing our own higher selves, our own guides, our own spiritual team, and each one of us is assigned them. Each one of us has these chakras. Each one of us has a third eye. And this third eye, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. I went with blue because I just felt like going with blue. And doing the throat chakra today. Didn't even put that together, but wow. Talk about pulling in the frequency. And what did I say? Is more literal. I'm so bad at being patient and waiting for meditation. But Brooke, whatever that question is, you can ask your guides. That's my whole point. I sit and I'm like, what do I need to know today? And I talk about it all the time. I've heard in my meditations, your husband needs more affection. You need to go this direction. Calm down. Blah, blah. Whatever it is, that's what I mean. Whatever your literal question is, you can ask your guides. I want you to try it, bro. Please, I want you to try it because I want you to see what comes through. Why don't you do that and then private message me? I'd rather you do that. I would do that for you. Sit there and see what your question is. I want you to sit quietly and see what comes through and then message me and be like, okay, I tried what you said, Kim. This is what came through. Let me see what I get. Don't even tell me your question. I don't need it. I will see what comes through and then I want you to message me later. I teach meditation Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I do it one-on-one coaching. I do a lot of one-on-one coaching meditations. Um, I go into offices, I go into schools. Like that's been one of my main things the last 3 years is meditation. And why? Because that meditation is just a step in opening up your third chakra, changing the way you feel, shifting the way you are perceiving life, having those aha moments where you're like, oh my gosh. I can create that. I know how to do that. That's where I'm going to go. I just spoke it. You need to learn how to do it better, especially when I'm stressed and learning to be that still. Yes. You missed the whole thing that I said in the beginning. And if anybody else wants to talk about the throat, please speak up. But you missed what I said. I have made choices. I still make choices where I'm like, talking about the throat chakra, and I call myself a dumbass this morning. And do I think I'm a dumbass? No. Did I do a very dumbass thing? Yes, I did. I didn't do a change of address when I closed down my store. Yeah, I can laugh about it now. See, now I can laugh about it because I got my monies. But when I didn't have my monies, I couldn't laugh about it. But that was the one thing that was like, why didn't I do the change of address? Why didn't you do your change of address? Why didn't you do a change of address, Kim? That's where I was sitting at. And I had to say to myself, you're not dumb. You're not dumb. You didn't know. I can only do what I know. I've never owned a business, but here's the thing. I have moved 20 million fucking times. And I'm trying to think in all those moves. I did not do a change of address for every single one of those moves, and my mail somehow magically got to me. I'm sure there are probably still some addresses that I probably got mail at for a really long that I'm that bad judging yourself too. And that's the thing too. Is it possible to connect with your guides? Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. Let's go into that. So I am going to shut this and I'm going to go ahead and close down the recording. But guys who are listening on these YouTubes, I don't know what year it is, what you're listening to this. If it's July 7, if it's July, oh my God, do you see? Here's how I know I'm getting grounded again because I'm going back into my not knowing what day or time or week it is. It is it is not October, it is November. Oh my God. And I keep forgetting I have it on top of my fucking laptop. It is November 17th, 2025. I don't know what time of year or whatever you're listening to this meditation. I might be in a time capsule somewhere. So if you're listening to this meditation and it's year 3032, I still might be alive on TikTok. Who knows? But if it's in the year 2025, catch me Monday, Wednesday, Fridays live at 6 a.m. on TikTok or message me and you can join us on Zoom. But guys, I love you. I will see you later. Let me go answer these questions. I will talk to you Wednesday. Bye, guys.